A car slams into the front of a shop. Glass explodes across the floor. Masked men rush inside, wielding crowbars and hammers. Staff are forced to the ground while the gang drags the tills toward the door. The robbery lasts less than 2 minutes. Then they disappear into the night. This was not an isolated attack. Over the first half of 2020, a violent gang targeted shops, businesses, and cash machines across the West Midlands. Police began piecing together evidence, CCTV footage, phone records, and vehicle tracking, but the suspects remained at large. The spree began January 6, 2020. In Stoke-on-Trent, the gang stole 2 Audi cars using a cloned vehicle. Within 24 hours, the first robbery occurred in West Bromwich. One Audi was used as a battering ram to crash into a Subway restaurant. The gang stole a safe and removed CCTV systems. Hours later, a garage on Penn Road in Wolverhampton was broken into through a hole smashed in the wall. Offices were ransacked, tools stolen, and the gang fled before police arrived.
The gang took that piece of heavy machinery that had been stolen, they drove it down the narrow streets here in Sawbridgeworth, and they smashed...
The same day, the gang moved to a money transfer shop on Tivedale Road in Tipton. They forced open a shutter and tried to remove a safe. Police interrupted the attempt, forcing them to escape. In the following weeks, their attacks escalated. January 19th, Castle Road, Oldbury, armed robbery. Staff forced to kneel while a safe is smashed. Thousands stolen. January 22nd, Washwood Heath Road, Birmingham, attempted ATM theft. Suspects flee after police arrive. January 28th, Dibdale Road, Dudley, hydraulic jaws of life used to break into a shop. Gas pumped into ATM. Explosion fails to release cash. January 30th, Cannock Chase Hospital, attempted cash machine theft. The gang escaped. February 1st, Litchfield Road, Walsall, ram raid destroys shopfront. Cash machine abandoned when stuck in shutters. The gang continued their attempts on March 6th at Warstones Lane in Wolverhampton, trying to drag a cash machine using straps, but the straps snapped and no money was stolen. On April 25th, police attempted to stop a van carrying Mark Lake. Instead of stopping, he made a sudden U-turn and drove the wrong way onto the M6 motorway. For half a mile, he sped against traffic along the hard shoulder before rejoining the motorway. The last robbery occurred June 7th at Howley Grange Road in Halesowen. Masked men stormed the shop with hammers and crowbars. An elderly customer was threatened. Staff were forced to the rear office. The gang smashed tills and demanded access to the safe, but failed to open it. 4 days later, officers intercepted a van near Oldbury. Inside were Mark Lake, Darren Fitzpatrick, Nicholas Collins. The van rammed police vehicles. Collins attempted to flee, but was tasered. Lake was trapped inside the vehicle. Fitzpatrick was discovered hiding in a rear partition. A fourth member, John Williamson, received a 21-month suspended sentence. All 4 men were convicted at Birmingham Crown Court. Sentences: Mark Lake, 43, 18 years. Dean Izzett, following Jerry, 16 years. Darren Fitzpatrick, 38, 13 years. Nicholas Collins, 41, 6 years and 20 months. A fifth accomplice, John Williamson, received a 21-month suspended sentence. The months-long crime spree that terrorized businesses across the West Midlands finally came to an end.